Hey everybody, want to wheeze them here. It is Thursday, November 7th, 2013. Pretty exciting day. If you don't know why, you probably can if you just look at what's in front of you. Chase McCain is hidden granted right now. You cannot see him. And that is because we have a brand new product. I've been mentioning this one and a couple of others since E3 back in June. Got to see these firsthand. Again, if you want to see them kind of in display cases from E3 this year, go ahead. You can go back through the blog or find the videos. Kind of shot quite a few of those. PowerA had a ton of cool stuff coming out. This is kind of the culmination of that. We've already had access. They're show and go cases. Hopefully you've taken advantage of those promos at Toys R Us I've mentioned where you can get one for free. The stackable tackle box, believe it or not, from the hardcore people, you know, the people that have been around since SSA or have gotten into the game with Giants and backtracked SSA waiting for Swap Force, you have a ton of figures. That said, you need a place to put your figures. Again, not everyone has a pool table like myself that they can overrun with Skylanders. The stackable tackle box is probably the most practical storage solution. They look great. They're Skylanders themed, and above all else, you can stack them. They're hard, they're rugged, they've got secure latches, 3 latches basically. That's why I went ahead and picked one up a couple weeks ago, I guess two-ish, maybe 3 weeks ago now. But picked one of those up and then wound up getting the show and go case for free. So, this, however, I stated, you know, there are a lot of people kind of, oh, looks really cool, don't know about it. What I always said is wait until it hits stores and you can actually see it for yourself, and I think that will sell you on it. Fortunately, I actually get the privilege of showcasing this product to you now in person on the pool table where everyone's accustomed to seeing everything. This and Flynn's ship are kind of going to be like the cream of the crop in terms of function and fun. The stackable tackle box, probably your purely practical solution in terms of, you know, storage for mass collections. For those of you that maybe, you know, you've got a playroom for the kids, you got the coffee table or side tables, you know, where they currently have the collection, that is where this comes into play. Not only will this store figures, more on that shortly, it will store a lot of figures, believe it or not. It actually functions as a playset. As I've mentioned, one of the things I've noticed, if you've ever been shopping with anyone else, particularly anyone with kids, you know, they'll just grab the figures and start playing with them. Same thing my nephew does. You know, he'll come over here and we don't even have to have the game on. He'll actually just start having fun swapping the figures, having Zulu and Countdown go at it, you know. Just like when you're a little kid, you know, some of you, my age or older, probably still do that, you know. This ties into that. This is kind of the first real world Skylands, if you will. I know a few people, you know, I've got a guy on the blog I correspond with. He actually makes his own. That was before he knew this was coming. But this is going to be mass produced, high quality, and not only is it fun and practical, it's also going to serve as a display purpose. For the hardcore collectors, those of you, you know, you've like thrown up murals on your wall, brought in artists, you've rented projectors, you know, to trace tree wrecks on the wall, what have you. This ties in with what you're doing as well. I know Philip out there's got a ton of them. This might be something you see him add to his little, you know, man cave or something. So, like I always told people, once you see this thing in person, I think you will be impressed. This and Flynn's ship will be Toys R Us exclusives. Retail price on this is going to be $69.99. It is available for pre-order right now. I have been checking my stores since the launch of Swap Force. I have never seen one, so pretty stoked to get this in. But again, it comes from PowerA, but you're finally going to get to see this thing in person on the pool table. I think it will make a world of difference for anyone that might have been possibly sitting on the fence. We're going to start out here. I guess this is technically like the lid or the top of the box for you. This is going to be pretty hard to film in terms of getting a good shot for you, so I'm going to have to kind of scroll it side to side. Again, what we have here featured, you can kind of see a glimpse of the waterfall, a couple of little, I mean, it's The terrain is just like in Skylands. You got these drop downs, the floating islands. It's very well executed there. Golden Dragon Fire Cannon, I mentioned this thing actually shoots. That's going to be pretty sweet. I will test it out. Countdowns featured here. We've got a Tiki Statue. That's actually not just background artwork. That's actually included. We got Zulu there. We've got a kind of like the Core of Light, if you will, from the original SSA game. Got a portal tucked in there, Rattleshake in the background, Free Ranger up front. We've got Magna Charge to the side, Roller Brawl. Note where she's on. More on that in just a little bit. What PowerA's claiming stores 20 to 25 figures. Again, take that conservatively. Generally, I can cram a lot more than what they suggest. That said, this one may be maxed out. I'm not quite sure. It's kind of a different sunken stance than the other cases. Front of the box, this is probably what you're going to see at displays at Toys R Us. Again, there's the FunPlayHideAway logo. Basically the same artwork we saw up top. However, you kind of see like the artistic rendering of a Skyland, if you will, back in the background. Note the windows there and these stands. That's actually going to be how this is supported and displayed. We'll bring it around here to the side if we can. Alright, so there again we've got the logo, FunPlayHideAway, area for your portal of power. Skylands opens to hold your figures. I believe this is the big island they have showcased here. That's probably going to be the majority bulk of your storage, if you will. Fall-away platform action. That's going to be interesting. Again, this ties in with actually playing with the figures. Coming around, let's do the other side first. Again, bear with me. It's kind of hard to fit this in here. There you have a little trap door. We'll actually start at the bottom here. Hidden trap door surprise. This is where the portal sits. There's actually a trap door. The cannon really fires. Again, you can see some of the detail there in the ball it's shooting. And then this is a shot through the trapdoor platform featured here at the bottom, where again I believe the bulk of the figures are stored. We'll rotate now to the back side. You can kind of see the Swap Force characters there. Ninja Stealth Elf, we got Countdown, that's going to be Blast Buckler, Rattleshake, Hoot Loop, Magna Charge, Wash Zone, Bumble Blast, and Series 3 Mega Ram Spiral. Jump into the worlds of Skylanders Swap Force with the FunPlayHideAway Skylands. Protect Skylanders from chaos with a cannon that actually fires. Only you can help these Skylanders restore peace and order to their home portal masters. So, definitely something I am up for the challenge of. Again, right here, you can kind of get a feel for how this is going to display. I believe there's 5 stands, actually. Contents down here at the bottom. 2 cannonballs, that's a check. If that thing shoots really good, we might wind up losing one temporarily. 1 cannon, 1 Tiki Statue. Stressed that earlier, that thing's actually included. 5 island stands, 1 collapsible bridge, 1 large island, 1 large island top, a small island, and a waterfall. More than likely, that's something that's kind of going to clip inside now. We'll start here at the bottom again. Cannon really fires, that's a plus. Fall-away platform, another plus. Hidden trap door, triple a plus. Pop-off door for cave access. I did not know that. This is something I wasn't even aware of at E3, and I did ask some questions, so that's a pretty sweet little perk. Skylands opens to hold your figures. Again, I believe that's taking the lid off the large island, and area for your portal of power. So, at Toys R Us, you're going to want to look for the front side of this box. I kind of showcased here. They've got 2 of the little factory clear, tape things, if you will, right there. Blend in very well, particularly with a camera in front of you. But let's go ahead and open this up, see what we've got. First thing I can tell you, it's packed very well. Why do I say that? Because there's styrofoam wedges on both sides. Anytime you see that, that means that somebody actually took the time to think about what they're packing. And why is that a big deal? Again, I have a history in shipping and receiving. If you were to get a product, say in the same box from a company that didn't care about what they did and didn't have a quality product, they wouldn't care to go to the extreme of actually packing it properly. Anytime you see something like this in anything, I don't care if you're buying appliances, electronics, something like this, awards for anything, if it's packed well, you can almost guarantee the product itself is going to be quality because the people took the time to actually pack what they do. So Again, that comes from, industrial shipping and receiving experience. If you haven't thought about it, think about it, and kind of, I don't know, maybe get some stuff in from Walmart or Amazon or something. Think about what I just said and then kind of relate that to how well it's packed, and I think you'll agree with me. Anyway, looks pretty dadgum impressive just from here. Those rocks look really good. This is probably going to be the cave access. Looks like it has slight ring out for the magic element. We're going to go ahead. This is going to be awkward, again, just mainly because there's a camera in front of me. But I think we can pull this off and out, I should say. Alright, what I can stress to you is that it's significantly easier when you aren't filming yourself doing it. Now, the box itself, double taped on the inside again, little things like that tell you a lot about what you've actually just purchased. So, let's set that to the side. Believe it or not, most of this debris on the pool table is actually from unboxing all the single packs. So, go ahead and just bring this up here for you so there's no surprises. I'm thinking everything's going to be packed inside. Check that out. Minimal styrofoam. Again, that means the styrofoam is actually quality too. So, toss that down. Pretty dadgum cool thus far, I have to say. This, bear in mind, is my first time to actually get my hands on it. I'm going to move the camera up a little bit for us. What we will do... Okay, I guess that's what we should do. We'll set that down on the pool table. This is the top. I'm actually going to remove it. Very simple, very easy. All the contents, again, inside. What I have to indicate here is that little plastic bubble. Again, it's these little things that are kind of telltale signs for you. Got a cardboard wrap there. It is protecting the small island. The small island seems to have kind of a little fold-out area as well. Let's go ahead. There's one of our windows on that side. Got that cardboard out of there. Here's some instructions. We'll set those down. I think this is going to be like all of our accessories, if you will, like the stands and everything. So this is a look at the small island, tentatively. We're going to set that down. We'll take a real detailed look here in a second. Here's that little bubble wrap, a little plastic bubble, if you will. Again, when you see things like this that are custom molded to the application, you're probably going to be doing well. All right, now let's see here. Do not throw away. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay, well, we'll figure that out here shortly. Alright, we just got that sealed up. I'll pull the plastic away. I want to highlight this before I assemble everything, and it might be kind of hard. That is kind of like the Magic Element logo. Right there would be fire. We've got undead here. Coming around, tech. I think that's life. Don't hold me to that. Right there is air. So, kind of cool deal they did. You know, it really does look like a Skyland just kind of floating out there. Let's go ahead check out the little bag here before we do anything crazy like read the instructions. Alright, we'll toss that to the side. Okay. Here's our golden dragonfire cannon. Again, this thing is actually a really good depiction of the real thing. Wish I would have thought to have it on the pool table for you. Gonna go ahead. It's preloaded as well, which is awesome. We're gonna go ahead, crank this guy out of here. Here's another one of the little cannonballs. They are soft, no fear. Again, that's one of the other things they make. You know, in addition to being quality, they're actually safe. They realize target audience is primarily kids. As you can see, that sucker is loaded. Let's hopefully not put my eye out. Okay, you have to pull back actually. And let's see what happens. Alright, so I just shot the camera. I don't know if you could see it. It came out there pretty quick. We'll return to that here shortly. But pretty cool nonetheless. Coming around here, this is our Tiki Statue. Let me try to get it out for you. If you're just interested in seeing like the finished product, just skip ahead. I don't know how far. I'm just doing this all live. That's actually pretty dadgum cool. And it's two-sided as well. The face on, as you can see, my index finger, it travels with it. There it is again. No sleight of hand. It's the real deal. We will set that down. Alright, waterfall. Kind of like I expected here, but it actually looks way better than on the box. At E3, everything was like really dim, and then all the booths were really bright, and it was kind of like hard to film and see intricate detail. That's actually really, really cool. You got that little clip right there. I'm sure that's how it's going to plug in. I'm actually not sure that's where it goes. I'm not going to do that just yet. Next up, I think this is going to be our little fall-away platform. Again, it actually looks better in person than on the artwork. Kind of right here, it's reminiscent of like the, trying to think of the names, they're like the Arbo levels in SSA, Falling Forest maybe. That's where you have to go in there, you know, in chaos, is convinced the trees are evil. But it looks kind of like painted bamboo, something along those lines, so that's actually a pretty nice piece as well. Then I believe we have the 5 stands. Looks like each one of them is going to be individually bagged, and it looks like each one's going to be exactly the same, which makes things so much easier to put together. So, here's basically what the stands are going to look like. Again, note they are clear. The idea, whether it's a pool table, coffee table, dresser, I don't know where you're going to wind up putting your, you know, Fun Play Hideaway, but they're going to be transparent and kind of blend in with whatever's behind there. Give the illusion that this is really floating just like you see in the game. We do have, like I said, 5 of these things, so nothing too exciting here unless you're really into stands. But, like I said, they do look to be exactly the same, and that is a good thing. So, let's see, what can I talk about while we open these? This is Thursday. This Sunday, the 10th, we should have Legendary Night Shift appear at Toys R Us. I was in the store tonight. There were no traces of him at my local store. That said, there were plenty of Legendary Zulu. They'd restocked even since I was in there Monday after the dentist. Again, pretty much, they even had a couple of the swappers, not many of the Wave 2 Swap Force characters, but they did have them. I still have to say, like, Light Core Smolder Dash is probably the toughest to find, at least in my area. We actually have all those open now, and I will go ahead and slide the instructions out. Nice thing here, this one isn't a sealed bag, that way you don't accidentally rip your instructions. Pretty sure we don't need these, but I like to be thorough and take a look at them anyway. Alright, so, Fun Play Hideaway Skylands. If you need help, there's your contact information. Coming down here, 2-year limited warranty. Good grief. That's pretty awesome. Don't see much of that anymore with anything. The Dragonfire cannon looks like they want you to put it on the small island. The waterfall is going to clip in the window of the small island. Figure storage, this is actually on the small island, the back side of it. The trap door, ooh, poor Countdown's going down. He's not a good character, he has enough memory problems, you know. Trap door is gonna, I'm sorry, not the trap door, but the folding bridge is gonna be on the back side, if you will, of the big island. And figure storage, of course, there, the stuff there. Setup, remove all the parts, check, from the large island. Snap the brown door, green bridge, and Tiki Statue on. We will do that. Place your portal of power, add island stands and waterfall. That's pretty much it. Again, don't aim the cannon at your face. I did. I walk on the wild side. Pull back on the cannon, release to fire. Press on bridge to fold down. Press Tiki to activate trap. That is freaking awesome. Okay, so, excuse me if I got too excited there. I'm really interested in this one. Let me try and get some of this styrofoam off. Really, the only styrofoam that came across was actually right here, I'm assuming, on our switch for the Tiki guy. I kind of wondered why they would just have included a Tiki statue. And now we know, and knowing is more than half the battle here. Let me go ahead and showcase this to you. Again, here's our little Tiki guy I highlighted. He is going to go right there. Very cool. Let me go ahead and snap him on up here. Okay. Okay, that's a slick little setup. Okay, so theoretically, we'll pretend that's sitting on top of the island there. I don't know, maybe you've tricked chaos into coming right here, whatever's going on. Here's our Tiki statue. Check out what happens. We'll just assume Pop Fizz is over here. He's a fan favorite. So chaos, whatever we've done, we've lured him to come in to kill us. I don't know what's going on exactly. But your Skylander comes over here, presses the Tiki statue, and there goes chaos. Very cool. I did not know about that at E3 either. Chaos, as you can see, is quite perturbed by what just took place here. Apparently he wasn't privy on it either. Right here you can kind of see the two sides just kind of swinging. They don't hinge together there or anything. I'll show you the underside here. Pretty dadgum slick. This, of course, is our Tiki statue. Coming down, as you can see when you depress it, basically what's happening, we've actually reset it now. So when I press this, it's actually going to retract this kind of C-shaped piece, if you will. And when that happens, everything falls into place. To reset it, all you do is press it. You heard it snap into place. And again, it's a simple deal. By pressing this down, that actually hits this track, pulls it back. When it does that, it slides off these doors, allowing the trap door to open. So, let's see here. We will go ahead. I want to come over here to this side. Note, this is our little folding bridge or trapdoor bridge. It's got recesses. You can kind of see them right there and right there. Those little holes, anyway, is what we want to do. So I'm going to get this one in place. And let me try this. Again, the biggest issue for me is just you've got a camera right there in front of you. Let's see here. Well, I guess we do have it on. So, there we go. The way this works, again, we'll pretend chaos is here. You basically just tap on it and down it goes. Note, if you think, what is that cut out for? We're going to come around over here. You actually do have window access. You can position characters. Eyebrows are really good for this. We'll stick him down here. And the way well, I think the swappers are like the perfect height for this. But in theory, as you tilt that up, you can actually keep an eye on your Skylanders. Or in the case of Eyebrow, he can keep an eye on you. So, we'll set that down, but I want to come over here. They've got this kind of little leafy, grassy knoll, just like you see in the game. Right here, you can actually kind of see the recess. You just come in, and that's instant access. You can actually keep the top on this large island. So, let's go ahead. We'll take this one and set that like so. That's actually all we have to do. So, pretty cool. Now on this small island, it's actually got a nice platform here that I didn't see prior. Conveniently right over the Undead logo. There's a life element logo. So what we can do here, we'll come in again. Note that little clip. I think you can see it on the waterfall. We just want to snap that in place, I'm guessing. Okay, well, that was easier than I thought it would be. But that is that. There's the waterfall now. Pretty nice little setup. So what we will do now, you know, there's 2 slots right here. Again, we've got 5 of these. They are all exactly the same as best I know. So we just come in, put them in place. Not quite sure which way they need to be turned at this point in time. Let's just go ahead. This will kind of give you an idea. That's the small island. Again, it's kind of still hard to get it into the frame for you. bring that down a tad. There you go. Looks really good. To give you an idea of what you can do here, we've got Pop Fizz, we've got Sprocket, there's Fright Rider over here. He kind of looks good on that little catacomb undead area. Then onto the big island, you can see that actually snaps into place, that lid. You can see the raised lip right there, and then particularly right about there, you can kind of see, as I'm pressing on it, you can kind of see it acts as like a ledge. What we will do now is actually come in, we'll just hold it upside down with the lid in place, and I'll just push these in. They are a snug fit. I'll actually hold this upside down, much like Dairy Queen for you, and prove that to you. But they just snap into place like so. It's just kind of like a true press fit machine quality type thing. And as you can see, just like at Dairy Queen, everything is set. So, the coolest thing I think is actually, these are two separate pieces. So we could conceivably position them however we want to. Again, I don't have a ton of room here on the pool table just yet for you. But you get the idea, basically what you can do. Just kind of slide them around, do what you want to. Very, very cool. Let's get some Series 3 guys up in this thing. We'll have Super Gulp Pop Fizz. We'll take Oops, we had Bumble Blast. That was not intended. Knockout Terrapin, we'll put him up there. Let me get that position. I don't know if anyone saw what I just did there. If you did, you are now privy to some information. Alright, there's Bumble Blast. We'll assume Terrapin tricked him into standing right there. You get the idea of what you can do here. Again, the main storage bin is actually going to be in here underneath this large island. What I want to highlight here, I'll bring these guys up top for you. We got, like I said, our Giants Newlanders in action. Turn this around, you can actually house figures in there. So we'll take Sprocket, put her in place, Pop Fizz, Fright Rider. You get the idea. I mean, that's 3 of them. I feel like we could probably fit 1, possibly 2 more in there. And then on top of that, we have our regular characters. Again, I think that the swappers are the perfect height for that window. We will set that back down. There you go. Again, I wish I could kind of... That'll help you out a little bit. I'll just tilt this thing back. Gives you an idea of what it's going to look like on the pool table. Picture that at your house, in your game room, in your kids' playroom, in your office, in your man cave, in your library, wherever you keep your Skylanders or like to display them. This is pretty much the hot ticket. Again, it is a Toys R Us exclusive. $69.99 is going to be the price for this thing. And I personally think if you're into Skylanders, it is money well spent. Now, in terms of, I've got 200 of these figures. Where do I put them? I would suggest you go ahead and pick up the stackable tackle boxes. That's going to kind of be like the smallest footprint, most practical. However, let's say that you're kind of big into the Dragon Skylanders, like Flashwing, Spyro, Camo, etc. Go ahead, pick this up. You can actually store some of your current figures or the ones that you're currently, say, leveling up or getting upgrades for or using in games. Stick them on this. Use that as your display. Rotate them throughout the year. If you're a big Fire Element fan, go ahead. You can set up Fire Kraken, Hothead, Volcanic Eruptor, Hot Dog. You get the idea what you can do here. Another thing I need to showcase to you. Let me pull Bumble Blast. The camera just fell there. It said to keep that. I'm not quite sure. Huh. It showcases basically you just spinning this around apparently. Let's see what happens. This is the old portal. I'm not sure if it's set up for it or not. But you get the idea. I mean, that's just a rough fit. It actually looks really good like that. I want to see if it fits without that. Yeah, pretty much a perfect fit. So I'm thinking this foam padding is probably just kind of to keep things from falling through, or in some cases maybe just vibration proof. That's what it looks like with the portal on, and it is very, very cool looking. We'll come up here, got the Tower of Time in place. Um, since we got him here, I mean, here's Granite Crusher. You get the idea. This thing is very nicely done, very high quality. And what I didn't realize at E3, number one, we had that little cave access door. Number two, there was a trap door. That's probably the coolest feature in my opinion. Speaking of that, I need to get the little cannon back for you. There's what that would look like with the cannon in place. Where's my guy? There he is. Big Bang Trigger Happy, of course, gets honors there. But you get the idea of what you can do with this. It's pretty much limitless. The only real limit is your imagination. In some cases, your collection. But for 69 bucks, again, it's like I told everyone that said, oh, I don't know, like I'll stick to the, tackle box solution. If this video doesn't sell you on this, go ahead. It should be hitting stores pretty soon, Toys R Us stores, that is. Check it out in person. Look at the box yourself. You've seen this video. I'll have a lot of pictures up on the blog for you, kind of showcasing some of the things you can do. I think, like I said, if you're on the fence about it, hopefully seeing this has kind of swayed you, changed your mind a little bit. For parents with kids, big time into Skylanders, don't know how you can go wrong here. Again, like I've seen at the stores when I shop and what my nephew does, a lot of the fun isn't just in playing the game, it's actually in the figures. I think that's why so many people have adopted the game and they're willing, to go in and pick up the figures past what you would need to just complete the game. Say your kid, had the Fiery Forge Battle Pack. In addition to playing them in the game, when you say, okay, TV off, they can come back in, I mean, just G.I. Joe Barbie style, just like back in the day before video games. So using their own imagination with the characters. That's where this comes into play. It serves as a play set for children of all ages. I say that literally. More importantly, though, it's going to be a nice display. Like I said, maybe you've got a giant collection. You're currently maybe just completed Swap Force's main missions or something, and you want to actually go in and upgrade all your current fleet. Maybe you do it like me by element or character type. You're just going to do your favorites and then go in and play Nightmare mode. Use this to keep them handy. If you're more of like the staunch collector, you've got a sealed version and a open version of every character type deal. This works out well for you because of what you can do with it. You can come in, you can display your figures. They're quick and easy access. It's really, like I said, your imagination is what's going to be the limit on what you can do with the FunPlayHideAway. Personally, I thought it looked really cool at E3. That's why I've kind of been pushing it since June. Now that it's actually here on the pool table in my hands, it actually exceeds my expectations, and I had pretty high expectations for it. Where did that ball go? I was going to shoot that for you again. I know the one is down here. There's one somewhere on the pool table, but again, this is actually like a ridiculously accurate depiction of the Golden Dragon Fire Cannon. Again, these are soft little, you could shoot yourself with it, it's not going to hurt basically, but we'll put that in place, and we will just assume Trigger Happy did something wrong. You should see him get decked here in a second. There you go, right off of him, back to my hand, back on the catacomb. So cool feature one, you got the waterfall on this small island. You can see it right there where my hand is in the lower left hand frame. Got an accurate representation of the Dragonfire cannon. It actually shoots. It comes with 2 cannonballs. The small island, it's actually detached from the large island, so you can kind of, I don't know, maybe you've got some display up front, you need to move it around to the back side, or you want it up front. You can situate it pretty much however you want to. You can kind of see there the options. It just kind of traces along that larger island. As mentioned here, you can kind of see in that window. Let me scoot him over for you. There's Fright Rider. Don't know if you can make him out. There's not a lot of light back there behind him. But there it is. There's the stands. There's the waterfall. There's the island. I'm trying to keep the figures up top on. We just spit a cannonball. But again, right there. There's your storage. Again, here's Big Bang Trigger Happy. Go ahead and put him in there. Very, very nicely done. So we got 4 in there. You can fit, I don't know, anywhere from, depending how you do it, you can probably have anywhere from like 3 to 6 or 7 on top of that. We'll set our Golden Dragon Fire Cannon back down. Right over here, let me go ahead and get the Tower of Time Crusher and Super Gulp off here for you. There's the other cannonball. We'll stick that back in the cannon where it belongs. Alright, so Portal of Power, place to play. Again, you can keep this right up by the TV or on a side table by your entertainment center, whatever you do. Right here, probably the coolest feature, in my opinion anyway, is the trap door. Namely, I didn't even know it existed. You get the Tiki guy, he actually slides on a switch. Chaos ensues, literally. That actually opens up to your largest storage area. This is a pretty significant chunk of real estate here. Again, on this front side, you got window 1, window 2. Coming around, we got window 3. Right there is your fold down bridge. Then you just basically tap it. You can drop Chaos off that one as well. Over here on the leafy little ledge, if you will, that's where we have our access points. So you can actually load or unload the characters here. I'll go ahead and reset the trap here. Slide that back around, and we are home free. Again, that gives you an idea of how much space we actually have in there. So again, they're 20 to 25, probably pretty accurate. I would go ahead and I wouldn't feel odd at all about adding a little bit onto that. But again, I want to kind of showcase here. You can see what you can do with that small island as I trace around the perimeter. You could actually set things up like this. You know, kind of have it just, set up like so. We got Knockout Tariff in here. We'll bring Chaos back. He's coming across the bridge here to get him, and Bumble Blast is right here at the bottom of the frame. You can't see. Shoots the bridge, and down goes Chaos. So, like I said, this is actually a pretty cool piece, even cooler than I knew. Definitely glad to have this. It's going to become a staple for my nephew and I. But again, I want to showcase with the little, the way this is set up, this is always going to be, basically the same height as where this Tiki post is. That's where your small island is going to line up. You can orchestrate this pretty much any way you want to. Here I've got it kind of strung out like so. It's pretty much flush across there. Or you can get back around to where this one is actually on that side. So pretty dadgum cool little piece here. $69.99. Toys R Us is the exclusive retailer for the Skylanders Swap Force Fun Play Hideaway. The biggest things for me, again, I didn't realize that the small island was like a standalone piece. By far the coolest though is this trap door. That's going to be a big hit, literally, not only for the person falling to the bottom. But I am definitely impressed with this thing. Like I said, a lot of you, if you were on the fence, I said wait until we see it. I think that'll change your mind. Have to say, very, very cool. The rocks, I haven't even covered those. They are, affixed to this. They're kind of part of the molding. Very nicely done. And again, right here, the trim around the actual trap door looks great. Again, you can kind of see how well the portal tucks in. Looks like it was literally same material, if you will. So if you're into Skylanders, you need somewhere to either store figures, display figures, have fun with your figures, or all three of the above, this is your ticket. This is the Swap Force Fun Play Hideaway. It is very, very cool. I'm going to try to get you a nice little closing segment here set up. We'll flip this around here. I kind of like this orientation, actually. we will put the bridge back up. You can kind of see what you can do here. I mean, like I said, it really is limitless what you can do. Coming around from this side again, that little tiki guy actually slides over a plastic little bezel there that activates your trap door. The drawbridge, you simply press on it. We've got right here, you can see where my finger is. That's actually our little gateway or door or cave access. Small island, we've got the, you can actually put the cannon anywhere. I thought it was going to be a fixed piece as well that just like swiveled. You could put it over here on the big island if you want to. The small island has that lower platform there. Again, the coloring, in my opinion, makes it perfect for undead element characters. You've got the waterfall. You've got another window there. The backside, you know, you got open access to characters, and then of course you can have them up top here, like I said. So, very cool, and again, basically limitless. $69.99 is the suggested retail price. Toys R Us is going to be the exclusive retailer for not only the Fun Play Hideaway, but Flynn's Ship. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I plan to check out Flynn's Ship next. We're going to get that one unboxed, set up, and check out all its cool details. So, I have to say, though, very impressed with this thing. And again, if you're still on the fence, look at it in person. I don't know that Toys R Us will have in-store displays like in their little plastic cases, you know, like they do with the train sets and everything. Really wish they would, because I think that would help sell these. That said, you've seen it here. I'm impressed by it. Again, PowerA, it's going to be quality. It's going to hold up, last a long time. If nothing else, it's going to hold a lot of figures. But the main thing with this, why would you go this route as opposed to just like the straight storage solution? A little bit more fun. You can display your figures for kids, like I said, of all ages. It's actually literally a playset for you. So I have to say, I am definitely impressed by this thing, and I would wholeheartedly recommend it to any Skylander fan. Again, it's going to be hitting the stores just in time for Christmas. If you want in on it, you can probably still pre-order it. I know like 2 nights ago when I was on checking the websites, it was still up for pre-order. My store is sometimes a little slower than others in terms of like getting new stuff out. But like I said, I literally was at their store tonight while I was running my errands, and no signs of these, but they should be coming. And again, you're probably going to see a couple more of the buy one, get one 40% sales, etc. You pick this up, say your local store gets it, you basically get the little show and go case for free. So keep that in mind. Again, Legendary Night Shift, while we're on the subject of Toys R Us, drops this Sunday the 10th. Their exclusive Dino Ring. Still need to see if there's anything special or it's just kind of like a reproduction. Standard fare stuff will be the 17th. Questions, comments, anything I can do to help you out here. If you've got questions on this set, let me know. I will do my best to do so. For a quicker response, I suggest you use the blog. Again, if you take that link at the top of the video description box, it will take you straight to a post about nothing other than the Skylander Swap Force Fun Play Hideaway from PowerA's. So I'll have a lot of pictures that you can only see on the blog there. I'll kind of showcase some of the little different displays you can do, some carnage, chaos down in the pit, everything like that. So be sure to check that out. Again, this would make a great gift. It's a play set for little kids. Play set for big kids that still play around, a display set for the hardcore collector, storage, display, and fun for pretty much everyone. So really can't go wrong with it. Again, Chase McCain is out there. I think right there is going to be a telltale for you. He's somewhere in this frame. If you see him, feel free to post up. But again, Toys R Us will be the exclusive retailer for this one and Flynn's Ship. Be checking your local stores for them. Check the website as well if you want to try and get in on a pre-order or purchase it from there. $69.99 is the price here. Flynn's Ship, I believe, is $49.99. Again, it is coming next. Fear not, I will take care of you as best I can. Have to say again, though, very cool deal. don't see how you can go wrong with this. And like I said, if you've got questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to help you out. But like I said, PowerA has yet to disappoint me in anything. So this is another one of those things that looked really cool at E3. Didn't get to quite see all the details or know about every little intricate operational, aspect of it. Now I do, and it makes it that much better. So very cool setup. Again, my personal favorite, the Tiki guy activating the trap door. Feel free to let me know what you like best about this. If it's the simple small island, if you're like me and you think that trap door is the ticket, if you like the easy access, the removable top lid, the folding bridge, whatever it may be, let me know. And like I said, can't really go wrong with this one for a gift for any Skylander fans. So I will leave it at that, though. I'll get this video editing and uploading, and I will be unboxing Flynn's ship, which looks like it's going to be pretty cool as well. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. And until next time, we will catch you later.